when we teach our students how to write essays, we often have them turn in their work along the way. So they're turning in their graphic organizer, their rough draft, their final draft. So we keep them accountable the whole time. But what if you are doing a workshop model and you're teaching writing skills? How do you keep them accountable for this somewhat fun writing that they're doing while they're also learning the skills? How do you keep them on track and doing what they need to be doing? I have 6 strategies today for you to keep them accountable. 2 of them are extrinsic motivators, and the other 4 are intrinsic. Hi, I'm Robin Mellum, children's book author and middle school teacher. I help teachers run a wildly engaging writers workshop. And we do this by teaching 6 skills on repeat throughout the year and having regular writers workshop sessions. That's hard to say, where they practice each skill each time, but they have limited choice on the topics that they can write about. So honestly, it's fun. But we know that when we're teaching essays, the kids are going to be held accountable because they have to be graded. They're going to get feedback. But when we do the workshop, what does that look like? How do we know that they're doing the things they're supposed to be doing and not just goofing off and drawing pictures and all that stuff, which happens in middle school quite a bit? So I have some strategies for you. 2 of them are extrinsic, meaning that they're going to get that motivation from the outside world, meaning you as a teacher. And the first one of those strategies is to turn in their work for participation points. Here's how I do that. I have them now digitally capture all of their writer's workshop work into slides on ClassKick. And if they want to do handwriting, some of them love to still work in their notebook and write with a pencil or pen. It's cool because through ClassKick, they can just hold it up to the camera and it'll pop it right into that slide. So each session, they're building on to what they did before. So throughout that quarter, I don't know how they'll have 10, 12, 15 entries or something. And then at the end, I have them download that as a PDF and submit it to me. And they get participation points. So it's like a point for each session that we did. So they know that those points are going to be building up and adding into their grade. So that is one way to keep them motivated is if you just do it, you're going to get some points. Now, the second way that I would motivate them would be to assess them on a writing skill, like a formative writing assessment. I'll put a picture of it up over here. And I basically have them go back and pick something that they have written some point in that quarter. They're going to revise it. So I remind them that the more you write the first time around and the better you write the first time around, the less work you're going to have to do when you do this formative assessment. They then pick the 2 skills they want me to grade them on. So I have all the 6 skills up there and they can just mark them off. Like I want you to grade me on voice and sentence complexity, whatever they want to do. And they do their written passage. And then they highlight the 2 skills and I grade them 1 to 5 on each one. 5 being like, wow, you floored me. 4 being like, yes, you did it. Well done. 3 being, you got there. You're pretty close. Keep going. And so on. So I do that with each of the 2 skills. So they get 10 points for each of those formative assessments. So that's how I kind of layer in the extrinsic motivators for writer's workshop. Now let's talk about the intrinsic motivators, the things that they are doing to help themselves get better and strive and challenge themselves. So number 3 of the strategies is to have them set a goal for that day, the skill that they want to practice, and the choice of writing they want to make that day. So before we get going, before my captain timekeeper tells them to go, I have them write down usually 2 numbers, 1 through 6 of the 6 skills that I teach. And I'll have links below. If you haven't heard of the 6 skills, you could go back and find which of the 6 high priority skills I teach during workshops. So they pick one of those that they want to focus on. It's not always the one that I did in my mini lesson. I'd say 90% of them will do the one that I just taught them in that mini lesson. But some of them still kind of want to work on hook or whatever. So they pick 1 through 6, and then they pick 1 through 3 for the type of writing they're going to do that day. 1 being genre writing, 2 being rants and raves, 3 being spinners or dares. So they have their 2 numbers up there. So in their mind, they know these are the 2 things that I need to do today, this skill and this writing topic. Okay, and so here is strategy number 4, and this is before they even start writing again. Number 4 is they set a line length goal for the day. So they decide how far down they think they could write. Now, the first time you do it, you'll want to get a baseline. I basically tell them in 7 minutes, write as much as you can on the topic that you choose. That tells you about how much you can write in 7 minutes. The next time they choose, do I think I could write that much this time? Maybe a little bit more. And they literally draw a line there so that when they start writing, their intention is set. They know the skill, they know the type of writing, they know how far they want to get. So there's all these intrinsic motivators that are building up in themselves. They're not thinking about me and am I walking around noticing and all that kind of stuff and what's my grade going to be. It's all about them and trying to grow themselves as a writer from within. So that's number 4. And then strategy number 5, pretty simple. When they're done writing, they go back in and they highlight or underline the skill that they were practicing during that session. It really helps for you when you are walking around the room or when you're checking their work digitally to see what it is you want to focus in on. You can see really quickly on my screen when I do them on Class Kick, like where are all the skills that they're practicing. And then I know what I want to kind of hone in on so that when I do my diamond mining, I'll do a more detailed one on diamond mining in the future, that I can really pull out this example writing with this one particular example skill that I want everybody else to see. And then strategy number 6 is for the students to track their own PRs. PRs are personal records. Middle schoolers in particular love PRs. They do this for all their other gaming and things that they do online. They're all about that. So I incorporate that into my writer's workshop. So you'll see here that they have a digital tracker for my class. You can do a printable one and just put it on the inside of their notebook. And then for that month, they're going to write down what their baseline was. So maybe it was 7 lines in August. And then every time they get past those 7 lines, they add a little star there. So for August, maybe they surpassed the 7-line length 4 times. Then when you get to the next month, what's your new baseline? And then they can start adding stars from there. You could also do it publicly where you're sort of sharing as a whole class, like how many people broke their personal record. It's going to get harder and harder as the year goes by, but it's very motivating to them. They love it. Now, if you're interested in running this type of super engaging writers workshop, I have some really special stuff for you down below. There's a link that you can grab and you'll find the 5 steps, the things that I went through to get this type of workshop up and launched off the ground. And in there, there's also a special link that will take you to my year-long planner of how I fit in my essays, my constructed writing, and all of the workshops in there and hit all the standards on time. And it's editable and you can have that and use for yourself as well. So thanks for coming by and I'll see you guys in the next one.